Hello and welcome to the WRL Championship 4 race, 25 races, and this is finally the end. We are here with our Championship 4. Right now, top on the leaderboard for practice, Stanley, one of our Championship 4 drivers. Fourth, the number 7, Charles Irwin. And then back in 5th, the 24 of Zapata is going to be our last Championship driver. Will Moore unable to make it tonight. Gonna miss tonight due to outside circumstances. We wish him to get better and hopefully he's back racing soon, but only 3 drivers tonight, 2 minutes left in practice. Tonight for this championship format, it's just whoever finishes the highest is going to be our champion. And really, any of these drivers can win it. We've seen Zapata be really good, have some strategies that he stays out, tries to keep some track position. Charles Irwin usually isn't the best qualifiers, qualify near the middle of the field and then work his way up, always make it up. And Stanley, also really good up front, can qualify up front. I mean, with that great time in practice, he has a good chance qualifying up front, able to run up front as well. I mean, it's really anybody's race. I don't think we really have a favorite going in tonight. Charles Irwin had a really good week last week, so did Kevin Stanley. Zapata was already locked in, so no real good showing from him last week. Just kind of hang around, tried stuff different. Was only really going for the win. Gonna do qualifying a little bit different tonight. Gonna go with our championship drivers one by one. Gonna start with Javier Zapata, and then Kevin Stanley, and then Charles Irwin to round them out. Be able to focus on them. Javier Zapata, new paint scheme tonight. The blue, gray, and black. Usually in the maroon colored car. As practice is going to come to an end, see these championship drivers putting upwards of 75, 80 laps. They were really dedicated, running the most laps all night, except for Jeremiah Holt putting in 80, the only one who's run the most, but everyone else kind of lower. Championship drivers definitely putting in the work tonight. As practice ends, we're going to head into qualifying. Our first driver out is going to be number 24 of Javier Zapata. Should be. We wait for him to pull out. We'll check on Zach Panzarella, who is out. Zach Panzarella going to put it up top with a 2678. Javier Zapata out on track now. Gonna come around to start his first lap. Championship driver here. Gonna use the middle of the track through 1 and 2. Gonna use all the track coming out. Gonna almost touch the wall. Dives it down to 3 and 4. Run that bottom. Slide up to the wall. Try not to hit it. His lap is gonna put him right now in third with 26.99. See if he can improve. Gonna run the middle again in 1 and 2. Diving in on the bottom. Gonna roll up the track just a little bit, get back in the gas, and try all he can. Gets up to P2 at 26.85, still behind Zach Panzarella. Next up should be Kevin Stanley Jr. Keith Ayers gonna pull out on track though. There it is, Kevin Stanley Jr. coming out. Trying to warm up those tires down the back straight. Gonna drive into 3 on the top. Gonna hit the wall a little bit. Truck should still be good. Gonna get some good speed though. Coming to the start finish line. Gonna cut the dog leg. Quite a lot, going almost on the pit road. Gonna run that middle line, kind of going to the bottom a little bit, straddle that seam. Uses all the track, gets a little bit loose out of the corner. Gonna use the bottom here, gonna try and get that run on the bottom. Looks like the bottom's where you want to be in 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 is really the wild card. Gets across the line. Gonna be just a little bit quicker than Zapata, gonna be 26.79 on the time. Holt right now, our pole sitter. See if Stanley can make it any better this second lap. Right now, if it stands, Stanley starting on that inside row in third. That'll be a really big advantage starting compared to Zapata on the outside. Stanley going to get up to second. Going to be outside pole at the moment with the 26.76. Matt McDonald just completing his run. Ryan O'Toole out on track. We wait for our final championship driver to hit the track. Ryan O'Toole's first lap of 27.04. Sitting 7th. Gonna hit the wall after his laps are finished. Gonna stay to 27.04. Jade Feathers coming out on track. Gonna get a little bit loose coming to line. That's really gonna hurt his lap time here. Probably gonna try and use this just to warm up the tires at this point. Experiment, see how much grip the track has. Surprised he didn't run the top there to try and get a really good run, knowing this lap was going to be pretty slow. He's going to try it. Anyways, going to put him dead last on the field at the moment, 10th place. Going to run all the way to the bottom, not even that middle groove. Haven't seen many people do that yet. See our track temp, 73 degrees. Very cool track tonight, 71 degrees outside. Ambient temp. The slide up, going to get loose, still going to cross the line. It is not going to be quicker than his first lap. Now we wait as our final championship driver, Charles Irwin, pulls out on track to put down his time. Has to be to 26.85 to beat Zapata and 26.76 to beat Kevin Stanley. Two really good times. Our pole right now at 26.68 from Jeremiah Holt. As he gets loose, he's going to hit the wall. Gonna have to reset and only get a 1-lap try at this. We'll see what he can do. Only gonna have 1 lap, like I said, to get this right. When you reset like that, or after you cross the start-finish line, it takes away a lap, because technically you've already completed that first lap. When you get towed back to the pits. Comes out of the corner, gonna get loose again. This is gonna put him really far down the field. He's gonna still try and get a lap in. This not start completely last, but I think that has put him probably around the 8th, 9th, 10th place. Unless he does something really special. See him run all the way to the bottom, get into the gas really quick there. Gonna get loose a little bit, and see his time is gonna be actually pretty good. Gonna start right behind Zapata in 5th place, the 26.95, and that is gonna be our field today. As I don't see Jeremiah Holt around to get an interview. Let's grab our highest placing championship driver. Hey, Kevin's Michael up in the booth. You got me?
Hi.
Hey, so you are right now sitting P2, best of all the championship drivers. Looks like you got some speed here
Race
tonight.
has finished. I see rain.
You see rain?
I see rain.
Yeah, I
See rain.
think we got to get past halfway though. You see rain in like a half an hour, right?
No, it rains, but just enough for us to do caution laps that count.
Ah, okay. We're gonna do like 50 caution laps.
50 go.
Well, starting it up on pole, I mean, this is pretty nice starting on the outside, though. Might help Zapata there. Starting right behind you. None of the championship drivers in the row with you. I mean, you just got to be excited. I mean, opportunity starting up ahead of them. Anything can happen.
AKA Kevin Vincent Tone 1.
Well, with that being said, I'll send you back to your team, and good luck tonight.
Yes, so. Try to put on a good one.
You were in Stanley Motorsports, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good luck.
Yes, sir.
And as qualifying comes to an end, bring up our qualifying results. You can see first Jeremiah Holt, second Kevin Stanley Jr., third Zach Panzarella, fourth Javier Zapata, fifth Charles Irwin, sixth Jeffrey Smith, seventh Nicholas Lamb, eighth Ryan O'Toole, ninth Keith Ayers, 10th Matt McDonald, 11th Jade Feathers. Something to point out, this seems to always happen with these championship races. Championship drivers right next to each other. We got Kevin Stanley Jr. at second, then fourth and fifth starting in the same row. Going to be Javier Zapata and Charles Irwin. So should be a pretty cool start to the race. Pretty exciting for these drivers. as these guys have 100 laps tonight. They're looking at about 40 to 45 laps of fuel, so if we get an early caution, we should be at a one stopper after they pit during that, or maybe they won't. But can't make it if it runs all the way green. Have to save a little bit, which is possible. Should bring some strategy into this race. 100 laps is a relatively short race here at Phoenix, being only a mile. Lap times in the 26-second range. P-Scar is going to pull off. This guy's got a long way to go all the way down the backstretch into turn 3 and 4. And restart zone in the middle of those. As the field gets into turn 3, around to the restart zone. Kevin Stanley Jr. lagging back a little bit. Green flag going to be out. 73 gets a good jump. The 7 taking it inside already. Going all the way down, being aggressive. Going to get to the inside lane. Right up to the back bumper of Kevin Stanley now. Kevin Stanley out there on the outside is Zach Panzarella. Javier Zapata to the outside of the 7. Panzarella trying to be aggressive with the 7, going to dive it inside. Going to be really aggressive with the side draft into the corner. We're going to run him up the track a little bit. I'm sure the 7 will remember that later on in this race. Right now as these two battle, Kevin Stanley pulling away up near the lead in second place. And the battle is hot right now between the 24 and the 7. Neither of them giving an inch. 24 makes his way by the 7 finally. 24 is in go mode. I think 7 just gave up trying to pass him. Maybe trying to save a little bit of tire, just seeing how hard that 24 is going to push. With the way the fuel works here, you're going to want to run it pretty long. Maybe even split it into thirds at 33 laps apiece. So we check up on our leader. Jeremiah Holt has a 3/10 lead over Kevin Stanley Jr. Back to Zach Panzarella, and now Javier Zapata looking to get around Zach Panzarella, put a car in between him and our 5th place position of Charles Irwin. Back in the 6th, Jeffrey Smith. 7th, Keith Ayers, our biggest mover so far, 2 spots. As this battle heats up, Kevin Stanley starting to fall back now to the 12 and the 24. 24 is going to shoot to the inside of the 12, make a move. 12 is going to let him have it, knowing he's a playoff driver. The 7's now coming to his inside. Probably going to play the same way. Going to let him go, let these championship drivers battle. We've got a 2-3-4 battle for the championship. Kevin Stanley Jr. right now falling back to the 24. 24 is coming up to 73 now, falling back to the 5. With 73 starting to slow down, starting to check up this field just a little bit. See the 5 blinking out there, been a problem all season. Going to be really hard to race him. 24 going to dive it way down to the bottom of the dog leg. Not gaining much time from it. And now the 5 is in a really weird position. Does he try and pass the 73 and put himself in a position where the 24 could take advantage of him? Or does he just stay right where he is and just kind of pace the 24 behind him and It's kind of blocked. The 24 is going to make a massive run to the bottom. Not going to close much. Going to get to his bumper about a car length off. 5 now looking to the inside of the 2073. Not going to be able to make the move. Jeremiah Holt is thinking, man, I'm just leading this race. There's a championship battle going on behind me. He does not want them to catch up to him. He doesn't want to get in the middle of that. See all 3 championship drivers driving down to the bottom, going into the dog leg. 73 really slowing down here, losing some pace. The 5's going to try the inside of this shot, just not going to work. 73 is going to get a big run here down the straightaway. I think to make it past through 3 and 4, you're going to have to be able to run the top, make that run off the corner work, and make the move into 3 and 4. It seems to be how the passes are made. 24 is going to jump to the inside. Going to get to his quarter panel, going to be on that inside. Going to slide up the track. The 5 goes way outside. Both really even through the corner. It seems like all the lanes are very even right now. Neither lane's really having much of an advantage. And these drivers all just in a line. The 7 looks like he's trying to make a move now. The inside of 24, not there. Gonna have to wait. I think you gotta set it up coming out of 1 and 2 and then get side by side on the inside to make that pass into 3 and 4. Javier Zapata going to drive it down to the inside. Going to make the pass on the 5. Going to get side by side. Going to run him with the track a little bit. The 5 disappears. The 5 is going to get that run on the outside. Like I was saying, the outside is going to be really good. The 24, though, staying to his inside. Oh, we're going to fall in behind him. Yeah, I think this is what it's going to be all about. Zach Penzarello now joining this fight. See 3 wide for the championship battle now. And the 5 just disappears on the 24 screen. He sends him up the track. Nothing the 24 can do. The 5 now out of line and out of pace. As the 12 is now going to clear him. And that's such a hard position for the 24. He has no idea where he is. And when he comes back, he's basically turning him. Seven now looking to make a pass around the 24. That's let the leader, Jeremiah Holt, get away just a little bit. Get a couple tenths on those second place cars. Kevin Stanley Jr. now falling back into the clutches of Keith Ayers. As this line up front still stays single file. As we jump back 7th place, we got a little bit of a pack separation here. Smith kind of holding up this line. Jade Feathers going to the inside. Nicholas Lamb and the 15 Ryan O'Toole back here. Matt McDonald as well. 3 wide back here. Not going to sort it up. 96 going to try the crossover. Going to make it not work. Going to turn the 75. Cautions out. 96 hard in the wall. The 96's right front is completely torn up. Going to need to take that faster pair. Stuck on the wall right now. I don't think he'll need to take a tow. He might be stuck in the wall. Looks like he's gonna have to take that tow stuck in the wall. Take another look at it from another angle as he gets out of the wall. Look at this. You see the crossover. He tries to make this crossover and then just gets into his back bumper and spins him. As right now we are live with everybody down pit road. See the guys going through the pit boxes down there. Kind of dark on pit road here. No cars staying out. See these guys pulling into their pit boxes. Jeremiah Holt and his. Everybody else in cleanly. See this battle off pit road. See the 7 behind the 24, the 5 going to be behind the 12. It looks like the 73 is going to win the battle off pit road. Further back, Keith Ayers going to be 5th, Nicholas Lamb 6th, Ryan O'Toole, Kevin Stanley Jr. still on pit road. Not sure why Kevin Stanley Jr. still on pit road. I know he had a little bit of right rear damage. Looks like it's all fixed. Looks like he's going to pull off. Might have been getting that right rear damage fixed. Jeffrey Smith still on pit road. He is not used as fast, but we're going to save it. That right front tire, though, is turning right. That thing is not going to last long if we get a green flag run. He's going to blow that right front pretty quickly at a track like this where it's so dependent on braking and tires. But look back up front. Jeremiah Holt, still our leader, has led every single lap so far. So with them being able to go about 45 laps, this puts them at about lap 65, 70 to be able to make it on fuel. So a one stopper from here. It'll be interesting to see when these guys take that. So it'll take it from anywhere about 60 to lap 75. So a little window there to play with strategy. Jeffrey Smith making his way back out of pit road, trying to fix as much as he can without using that fast spare, but pace car pulls off. 73 pulls onto the front stretch into the restart zone. Gonna get a good jump over Zapata. The 7's gonna follow him. Gonna get another really good jump on that inside. Gonna cut the dog leg. Should be side by side with the leader. Not quite. Gonna pull up in front of the 24. Running the outside. 24 on the inside. 7 should get the run. Gonna pinch him really hard. 24 gets loose. Has to hang on to it. Gonna pull back in line. The 7 right now is our leader for the championship. Back at this battle going on back here. 5 right now, stuck in a little bit of traffic. Stuck behind the 37 with 17. As the battle for the lead now. The 7 going to the inside. Gonna have that run. Should be able to outbrake him here. Gonna send it in on the inside. Gonna have to slide up. Not quite gonna be clear. He's gonna clear him. And that's gonna put Charles Irwin in the lead, not for just the championship, but the race. With now a car in between the next championship driver. 24 looking to make that pass to try and get a chance. He's now going to make that run to the inside. Not quite. Not there. Ooh, the 73 going to get to the back bumper of the 7. 73 wants that lead back. 24 now going to jump to the inside. Not there to make the pass. So 24 really wants to get by. Doesn't want to let the 7 get any kind of run away. Just not able to get on that quarter panel down the straightaway. See him looking to the inside. There's just nothing there. The 73 is going to cut off that front end, make him really tight, and see him wash up the track. 24 here has to build some kind of run down this back straightaway. See him running a little bit higher now. Going to try and turn down, create the crossover, but 73 with a good run out of the corner. 5 back in the wall back there. Take a look. It looks like everybody took tires there. Yeah, everybody took tires that time. So everybody on fresh tires. Couple guys hitting the wall out of that corner. 73 looks like he's holding up this 24. 24 might just be a little bit quicker. Just can't get by him. See him right there with a good run. Gonna get to the inside. Should be able to get side by side, if not clear him here. Gonna be side by side. Run him up the track. Not anything again. It's just that top side's so good right now. And then battling side by side has left Irwin with 3/4 of a second lead. Everybody else single file. Zach Panzarella sneaking into this battle. Stanley right now 2.5 seconds back from our leader. You can see him at the back of the picture there in that green truck. Falling back, gonna need to make some track position up somehow. Something that works really well at this track, especially with this, how this fuel is gonna work. I think you'll be able to take right sides and gain a little bit of time and be fine. Especially with how cold this track is, I think it'll work really nicely. See if anyone tries that strategy. .24 just all over this back bumper. I think he's being held up. Gonna get to the inside. Gonna give him a little bump, or at least fake a bump. And run him up. Should get a good run. 73 running really high now. Javier Zapata up in second place. Yeah, he's gonna send it in here. Really needed a clear right there. That's gonna put championship 1 and 2. Something we've seen out of Zapata, he's been really good on the short runs. We'll see if he has anything tonight for Charles Irwin on that long run, but Javier Zapata has been really good at short runs and kind of just managing his race for the short runs. Seems like he's always there on late race restarts, making up ground, but here running in second. I mean, he's gaining on our leader just a little bit. As we have Keith Ayers getting around Zach Panzarella. Panzarella gonna try and cross him over, but no clear line. Gonna run the outside. Might have a run here. Keith Ayers gonna run really low. Should get these guys side by side out of the dog leg. Keith Ayers battling back on the outside. Now Panzarella to the inside. Going to be side by side again going into turn 1. Panzarella going to back off just a little bit. Keith Ayers going to run that bottom line. Holt now starting to fall back 2.2 seconds back. And this is getting a little worrisome for Stanley. Going back all the way to 6th. In front of this little bit of traffic here, but still 3.8 seconds back. Almost 4 seconds back. Track position is going to be important here, as he is under pressure from the 37 of Nicholas Lamb. Looks like he's really struggling with that mid-corner speed, not able to wrap the bottom how he wants, just a little bit tight. See him send it in here and just washing up the track. Looks like his right front is really burned up, so he's going to get past here. As battle for third starts to heat up. 17 of Ayers looking to the inside of Holt. Not going to be able to make the pass, but Holt is really falling back. Looks like Holt is really good when he's up front, but in a little bit of dirty air, starting to fall back. Kevin Stanley Jr. now falling back behind Matt McDonald. Gonna try and make that top side work. We know he's tight. Matt McDonald gonna have the run to the inside. There's a 15 coming to put it 3 wide. Look, 2 wide now. Gonna push the 11 into the corner. 11 should be able to get a good corner here. You just see the 5 plowing up the track. Gonna tap the wall. He's got that right front really heated up. Gonna need to cool it down. Maybe try and make a run later on. Fifth now, Zach Panzarella. And Irwin's loving all this. These guys are racing hard. He doesn't really want to caution. I can imagine he wants us to run green, try and grow that gap as much as he can. Right now, running 1.5 seconds up on second place, Javier Zapata. Take a lap on board with Charles Irwin, our leader, see what it's like out here. He's not really running it all the way. Gonna cut it a little there, but not too much. Really easy, not really driving it in really hard, being really smooth under braking and on the gas, not moving the wheel too much. Down here in 3 and 4. Pushing a little bit tight, we see there, but the corner kind of allows it. You can get back on the gas, roll all the way up to the wall. See if he does the same thing down here. Yep, gonna run the bottom. Looks like that's where most of the speed is. Keith Ayers gets by Zach Panzarella, and back and forth they go. That battle. Like I said, these guys can go another 25, 35 laps from here. So still a lot of racing, but look back in 8th place. Kevin Stanley Jr. way off the pace. Just his truck not doing what he wants to do. Almost 6.5 seconds back from our leader. Kevin Stanley right now looks to be about 0.2 off the pace. Gonna need some kind of caution to get some tires on that before we get further in. But once again, this battle for 4th heats up. Zach Panzarella and Keith Ayers not stopping, not giving up, really going for this spot. Track position matters so much here as the 12 is going to clear the 17. 17 is going to try and get a run, but it has nothing here. Going to stay behind the 12. See Lamb there trying to take advantage of them being side by side. Going to slow both of those guys down. Lamb right there now. All over the back bumper of the 17. Might be able to make a run here if he can brake late, but be better off trying to set it up. Gonna run right in his tire tracks. Gonna set up to go low, get side by side into turn 1. We've seen that top line be really good at defense. Side by side, Keith there's a little bit behind. Gonna get the run now, get loose. The 11 behind has to make it evasive maneuvers. 17 gonna give up the spot. The 11 now gonna try and contest it. So 17 doing a really good job here. Might be able to get a good run out of this corner and hold on. Look at what Pat McDonald sees in front of him. 2 trucks blocking his path. See a 37 pull ahead. 17 is going to get the run mid-corner when he can gas up a little bit sooner. The 11 is going to help. 17 on the outside, try and push him past. The 17 is going to get clear. Going to dive it on in. Going to get tight though. 37 is going to get better rotation. The 11 coming to the inside. And they spin. Keith Ayers sideways on track. Take a look at what happened there. See the 17 go way wide, push really tight, gonna tap the wall, come down the track, and just nowhere for him to go. The 37 and 11 already there, and Keith Ayers gonna spin himself off the nose of the trucks. Pretty substantial damage there as the field catches the pace car going into 1. I imagine we'll see most guys come down, still not within that pit window, so really interesting place to be. I think they're all going to want some tires on it. See how many tires they had for this race. They did have unlimited tires, so mistake setting up the room, but unlimited tires here, so not looking at any tire strategy at all. I imagine they're going to take them just about every time we see a caution, but fuel is really going to be where it's at. And we look, Jade Feather is going to stay out. Going to be the only car staying out here. Our battle on pit road. Everybody in their box cleanly. The 37 misses a little bit. See the battle off pit road. The 7 off pit road. First. Yep, going to be first off. Jeremiah Holt second. Javier Zapata third. Zach Panzarella third. Everybody taking 4 tires once again. Panzarella, Matt McDonald, Kevin Stanley Jr. up to 7th place. Jade Feathers, though, nope, is going to come down pit road this time. I thought we'd see him maybe try and make some kind of run for the lead. Nicholas Lamb, still down pit road, probably has a good amount of damage, just trying to fix it all. Jeffrey Smith also down. Jade Feathers does have a little bit of front end damage. We'll see if he tries to get that fixed. But right now, for the lead, we got Charles Irwin and Jeremiah Holt going to start side by side. Second row is going to be Javier Zapata and Zach Panzarella. Jeremiah Holt was really good on that short run, able to pull away from those guys earlier. We'll see if he has anything for the 7 here. But it seems like that bottom line really is just better than that outside line. Those front 2 rows, or the bottom 2 rows, just kind of pull away from that 3rd place car and get that run, being able to use that inside part of the track. We'll see here the 7 rolling up to the restart zone. 24 all the way behind him. 73 way far back. 7 gets the jump, but the 73 is going to be really far back here. That's going to give the 24 this spot, I think, easily. Yeah, 24 is going to get that spot, going to pull up right in front of him. '73 trying everything he can. Nothing going. It looked like the 11 of Matt McDonald going to hit the wall. Caution's going to be out. We'll see who else that involved. It looked like he just got loose off the corner. Take another look at it. See him pushing it and gets loose. Right there, gets loose, hits the inside wall, comes back up the track and collects the 96. 96 there with... I don't think he has any damage, might have gotten away with it. And now, lap 51 of 100. These guys, I think, need to make it to about 55, so they might be within the window to save just a little bit here. I think they would go about 40 to 45 laps, so they're getting really close to that window. I think we see everybody come down, maybe not put tires on it. Oh, pit road was open. I think pit road was open that time, and nobody came. So maybe these drivers can make it from that last pit stop, or just don't want to give it up, thinking they'll have another caution to save a little bit. Nicholas Lamb, Jeffrey Smith, Jade Feathers, Matt McDonald down pit road. Matt McDonald, though, with a lot of damage on that front end. Not going to take the fast repair yet. We see a lot of damage on that truck still. Trying to pull into the box. He had to take that fast repair. See him back up and drive back into the box. Probably look to see how much the damage was, see if he can get it fixed, but just wasn't worth it. And come back out on track somewhere around the 10th position. Kevin Stanley Jr. down pit road. Going to take fuel here, I imagine. His last stop, he did take his tires, but he could put more on. He might as well. Not going to lose anything putting them on. Got limited sets tonight. But this is what he needs. This is what he needs to try and make that run for the lead. Or at least the other championship guys, which looks like you're going to have to win tonight to get this championship. Stanley needs to be on a different strategy, and this is it. This is him going for that alternate strategy. Gonna put the tires on. Gonna have only a couple laps, maybe 2 or 3 lap newer on there, but the fuel thing might help him later. Might be able to put less fuel in it later on, put right sides on, and make something happen. But right now, our leader, Javier Zapata. Not sure. No, Charles Irwin. Yeah, Charles Irwin's going to be our leader. Wondering how he got the lead, but he did not. As we come back to the line, we are going to have 46 laps to go, 47 laps to go. Field stacked up really nice in the restart zone. The 24 gets a little bit of a jumpy before the 7 went, and that might be a black flag. We'll see what happens. 7 right now in the lead. The 73 is going to give the 24 a bump. 73 doesn't care who's a championship driver. He even bumps left and right to these guys, running them hard. The 12 all over the back bumper now of the 12, or the 24. 24 looking to the inside of the 7. 12 has a good run. 24 trying to crowd him. 24 going to use this outside, get a good run, maybe make a run for the 7 into the next corner. These drivers giving it their all up front here. 24 just a little bit lower than that 7. 24 going to try and get to the quarter panel. The 7 here on entry, not quite going to do it. Going to run the top. See the 24 crossing over middle. Going to get a good run off the corner. Not sure if he'll be able to get to his bumper. Not going to be there. Panzarella getting bumps from the 73. 73 really quick in these short runs, but just stuck in traffic. Nowhere to go. 24 using all of that dog leg. 7 wants no part of it. 24 really committed to the second line. 7 committed to the bottom. Very even right now. 24 sneaks a peek inside, but we've seen that outside be really good here. 24, best shot he's had at it now to get to his inside. Still not there. Got a little further back to see Holt falling back to the 17 to Keith Ayers. Gonna make that pass. 24 looking to the inside, not there enough. Gonna peek inside, gonna bump the 7, get him loose. The 7's gonna hold onto it. He's gonna keep rolling, gonna hit the wall. That's gonna put Zach Panzarella in the lead in the 7 really far back. I'm sure he's got some big damage on that truck. That was a hard hit. Still coming through the field quick, might have been saved. I know Javier Zapata, that's not how he races, not how he wants to win this race. So I'm sure if the 7 gets back up there, he'll race him really clean if the 7 gives him that chance. The 7 now stuck behind a 3-car wall right now. Stanley right now on the back bumper, not the back bumper, but really close to that 7 on a little bit newer tires. 7 did slide those tires, not going to be good for a couple laps. Not too worried right now yet for the 7. I'm more worried about what damage does he have. What did that do to his truck? He hit the wall pretty solid, but I'm not seeing any damage. It could just be wheel damage if there is any. Hopefully he'll be able to get that truck fixed if it's damaged and get his way back up there to battle the 24. As the field starts to single out. These guys, I don't think they can make it on fuel yet, so that's helpful for the 7 trying to get back. and the 5 trying to get back up to that 24. This race is by no means over. Take a run through the field. Zach Panzarella going to be our leader. Second right now is Javier Zapata. Third, Keith Ayers, our biggest mover so far, plus 6 spots, doing really well in third right now. Jeremiah Holt, pole sitter, back in fourth place. Jeffrey Smith in 5th. Charles Irwin back in 6th. Kevin Stanley in 7th. Matt McDonald back in 8th. Nicholas Lamb back in 9th. Reed Feathers in 10th. Ryan O'Toole taking up the back of the field in 11th, about a half lap back. And Jeffrey Smith trying to make that move on a 73. 73 seems like he really struggles after a few laps. About 10 laps, he starts to struggle on those tires. '96 with a really good run out of that corner. '96 rolls the middle of the corner so much better than that 73 does. Gonna get to his inside. Gonna touch a little bit. See how hard it is to make passes here. 96 might peek inside this time. Not going to. Gonna stick to the outside. Try and keep clean air on that nose. Get the run through the middle of the corner. Gonna get a little tight. Gonna have the run though. Not sure if he'll be able to use it. Gonna sneak to the inside here. A little bit of dirty air is gonna slide him up the track. Ryan O'Toole makes his way down pit road. Jeffrey Smith finally making that move to the inside, but it just seems like it gets tight middle of the corner. You see him slide up the track in that dirty air, the 73, nothing to do. But up front now, Javier Zapata starting to close in on that leader at Panzarella. And in addition to the booth, Case Beer has made it.
Never, you got about 25% of the race left. And championship votes are on the line still.
And we see the 17 now getting by Jeremiah Holt, and he's struggled on this long run. He has not been able to do anything these long runs. Really quick in the 10 lap runs, but long run he just struggles and falls back. Keith Ayers doing really well. Zapata staying at that half-second gap right now. But he's in no rush to really pass Panzarella. These guys were really close on fuel that last time at pit stop. I think they're about 5-10 laps short, so I think they were. They said they could go about 40 hit on about lap 50, so either they're going to be saving a little bit or they're going to have to make a stop and go, splash and go a little bit later. Battle behind, you see the 73 falling back now to the 96. Irwin not making any ground up after his contact with the wall. The 11 now going to head to his inside. Brian O'Toole still down pit road. Yeah, he was really slow, about half a lap back, and I'm just guessing he called it tonight. This battle still rages on for 4th place. 96 still to the inside of 73. Just can't make it work. Now going to let him go by. 73 now starting to look for a run now, and the 17 might have found something in those tires, but now the 96 going to look to the inside. 96 is going to slide up, take out the 73. 73 sideways. Gonna save it. That's going to let the 7 get through.
Straight.
That's big for the 7. Those are 2 passes he doesn't need to make, and now he's in 5th place, 4 or 5 seconds back. Great save from the 73. But I'm sure the 7 would have wanted to see that caution. But right now, Zach Panzarella falling back quickly to Zapata. Was half a second a couple laps ago, now down to 3/10. These guys have pulled away by about 3 seconds on the field. What we've been seeing tonight is that top line is really good for defense. Can't really make the pass on the inside unless you get a, like, side by side. You kind of got to drift up to the track into them if you want to make that pass. Seems like you got to make it on the outside if you want to even have a chance at making it. You got a car slow on track. Nicholas Lamb, slow on track. It's like whatever happened, he saved it. Jeremiah Holt down pit road. And they are within the window if they've been in the window since pit road, just about the last caution, so I'm sure he'll put tires on it. They do have unlimited tires tonight. So we've seen drivers take tires every single time. Only 2 cautions tonight. Now we're starting to see packs kind of separate, tandems of Zach Panzarella, Javier Zapata, and then Keith Ayers, Matt McDonald. And then we've got Charles Irwin and Jeffrey Smith. 7th and 8th all by themselves. Kevin Stanley Jr. and then Nicholas Lamb a little further back. Jade Feathers even further back. Ball in the wreck earlier.
17's coming down.
So these guys do have to do that stop and go, but one person I want to focus on is Kevin Stanley Jr. They had a quick caution and then another caution quick after. He was the only one to come down at about lap 53, so he's really close on making it. So he might be able to save a little bit of fuel here, not pit and win this race. It's something I want to point out. As we see Keith Ayers coming down pit road. And with 20 to go, right sides is definitely a viable option, maybe even no tires. It's definitely an option, and you're only really doing a splash and go. You're not putting much fuel in it. We'll see what Keith Ayers does. As Zapata starting to fall back a little bit.
Nothing on the line for somebody like Ayers who's not in the championship race.
Yeah.
We can try something different here and see if he can go just pick up a win to end the season.
Yeah, and the same thing for Kevin Stanley. I mean, Stanley's 8 seconds back. If you just do a splash and go, that's enough. If you take no tires to get that lead and play some defense, maybe hope for a caution, keep the lead and kind of play short track and just don't pit again and hope for cautions to the end. See Keith Ayers there.
Both sides of the truck did go up. He took 4.
Took 4 that time. I think that's going to be the wrong decision. If someone takes 2, I think they're going to win this race. We'll see, though. Track is pretty cold. We know it's been building really tight. Not much in the loose side. All the cautions have been people sliding up into the rear quarter panels of other people from the bottom. as the battle for the lead starts to heat up again. Javier Zapata closing on Zach Panzarella, but I don't think he's in any rush to pass him, really. He doesn't need to. He's winning the championship right now, staying right behind him, so no need to risk it being 4 seconds up on the next guy who's not even a championship driver.
The way things look right now, the other two, Irwin and Stanley, they're hoping for a yellow flag of some sort.
Well, the thing is,
they might not get it unless someone makes just a really rookie error and loops it on their own.
so for example, Zach Panzarella, Javier Zapata, pit lap 47, Kevin Stanley Jr. 52. So that's 5 extra laps, and I knew they were short about 5-10 laps. So, I mean, Kevin Stanley Jr., he might be able to make it to the end of this race if he's been saving. It's been a long enough run that you can save probably 3 or 4 laps if you're doing it right. Take a look on board with Kevin Stanley. I don't see that he's saving at all, but this is a place where you can lift early, the car coast into the corners, especially right here in this corner. It's not what he's doing
There
though.
you go. Stebbins coming down pit road. Charles Irwin making his way down.
Charles Irwin,
1 or 2 tires could be a lunge at, getting up there and trying to be ahead of Zapata.
yeah, I think we see him take 2. It's kind of a Hail Mary at this point. I don't think he'll take no tires. I mean, it's an option. There's only 13 to go. He's going to come out, going to be 12 to go when he comes out of here. Really hoping for no caution at this point. As Zach Panzarella brings down pit road, focus on the 7, see what he does. He does have some damage on that truck. I don't know how bad it is. He hit the wall pretty hard. You see him getting his box, going to lift the right sides up. It's going to drop down and going to put 2 tires on it. We'll see where he cycles out compared to Keith Ayers.
Javier Zapata's coming down.
Got Zapata down pit road.
The difference maker here.
Yeah, and Zapata has that gap. He can take 4 tires without a doubt. He can do it. He can take 4 tires. Maybe be a little bit behind, but he'll have that 4-tire advantage. We'll see what he does. You can't miss his box. This is for a championship. You need to have a perfect stop in your box. Cannot miss it. It would be a day ender. See him pull into his box perfectly. Right sides go up. And he's going to put 4 on it.
4 it is.
As we check out now this battle for the lead. Stanley now up in second. Matt McDonald 2 seconds up, but Kevin Stanley hasn't pit yet. As we see the leaders trying to get their lap back, who are going to be the leaders. So you see the difference here. We got Charles Irwin right here on track, but a little further back, Keith Ayers, who took the 4 tires. So the 2 tires are going to gain you some time. Oh, the 7 spins. Caution is out, and that's going to put Stanley in the lead. I don't know if those lap cars got by him. They did. A couple of those cars got by him to get their laps back. So that's going to put Zach Panzarella, Jeremiah Holt in the lead. But let's see what happened to the 7 here. I think he just got loose. We saw this a few times. Just gets loose. He doesn't hit anything, luckily for him.
Didn't quite get all the way to the bottom through the final corner there. And just went around. Good job by everybody getting on by. Really close for the 96.
And that's going to be huge for Zach Panzarella. Jeremiah Holt got in front of Matt McDonald, I believe. Oh, maybe not.
Still St. Panzarella and Holt a lap down.
Okay, so they're going to have to take the wave around. This will put Matt McDonald, Kevin Stanley Jr. in the lead when we get to pit cycles. I think. Matt McDonald down. Let's see. Let's see. Matt McDonald comes down pit road. Kevin Stanley gonna stay out. He can make it, but he is.
Heavy tire disadvantage.
Yeah, the 24 right on the outside. We'll see what that means, but this is kind of, he needed this. We're gonna get green with about 5 to go.
Well, Zapata's going to be stuck a lap down. Zapata's
Yeah,
one lap,
actually,
or one lap
they're
down.
going to be stuck a lap down because the 5 didn't pit. So that's
Yeah,
going to trap
Zapata
that.
didn't come down.
That's
That
going to
means
trap them a lap
Zapata
down.
and- Both Zapata and Irwin are going to be a lap down.
So that's huge. That is
So
a huge play by Stanley staying out. That's just going to trap those guys a lap down.
So all he's got to do here is not lose a lap.
And
to
he's
those guys.
he's got to be smart. He can't cause a caution because that would put that 24 Zapata back on the lead lap, and I think those new tires would eat him up.
Yeah, there
So
can't
wait-
be any yellow flags here.
So he needs-
There is gonna want Keith Ayers
If-
to be ahead of Zapata and Irwin.
If he is getting eaten up by tires, he has to just pull out of the way and ride in the back of this pack. I mean, he's not going to lose to these guys who are a lap down. He just needs to get out of the way. He can't be the caution. He can't be the reason he loses this race. But we see that the lights are off.
And again, we gotta see what kind of saving it takes. This caution definitely helps.
Yeah.
See if he can actually make it to the end.
I think he's good. I think he is good. I think he only is good for one, though. I think he's only good for one here. But something else that could happen is... I don't even know. He could save a lot. He can lose a lap just by saving fuel and coast around. And those guys could catch him, but we'll see what happens if you want to take this restart.
Yeah, come down, round into the restart zone. 5 is gonna get a good launch here out in front of the field.
You see the 7 now in front of that battle, and the 7 gets hit into the wall hard.
Good hit there, Smith.
No caution.
Charles
stay
Irwin's
going.
Truck is destroyed. We are still green. The left front of that 7 is absolutely demolished, and it appears the chances of a championship for Irwin as well.
And the 5 holding on really good against these tires, way better than I thought. The 24 is going to try and make a run to get that lap back the hard way. But 4 to go, Kevin Stanley in the lead. Right now,
What
the
he might do is play it smart. He might want to win the race, but if anyone's making any moves, he's got to let him go. Just keep it clean and green.
especially that 24. If that 24 gets up to him, he just needs to let him go. He's going to be on the lead lap. He lets him go. He gets out of the way. Going to let him go. He's on the lead lap, though. A caution would change this race.
McDonald goes to the inside, trying to take the lead and race win.
And you see he's not really battling the 5. 5 going to let the 11 go. He knows that he's the only one for this championship on that lead lap.
Here comes Zach Panzarella to the back of the 5.
Gives him a little
He's
bump.
actually found out as well.
5, I mean, like I was saying, he might be saving fuel here. He might be getting close. You see how slow he is. Just getting out of everybody's way. Like
He
I said,
lost the lead. He's gonna lose every other position as long as he's still ahead of the other guys.
this is his race to lose at this point. His championship to lose. 73 in the wall back there.
Zach Panzarella making dive to the inside. He's going to take the lead and go for that race win.
White flag is out. This race is official. Coming into turn 1, the 5. Does he have enough fuel? Going to save as much as he can through 1 and 2.
He's got enough to coast. Even if he ran out now, I don't think he'd be slow enough to get caught.
Come down the final
They come
time.
through 3 and 4. Zach Panzarella is going to win the season finale here at Phoenix. Kevin Stanley. What a call by the driver of the number 5.
And Kevin Stanley with a move of the season. I mean, we haven't seen that at all. Stayed out, kept drivers a lap down. I don't think anybody expected that. Those guys had nothing they could do, just stuck a lap down. Caution came out at the right time for the 5. Was racing in the back for a lot of the race. And here he is at the front. Well, not the front anymore, but 4th place is going to win him the championship.
Talk over the radio. Kevin Stanley's not thinking he's got the gas to do a championship burnout. No, he's sputtering. He's out.
He's out of gas. He's going to get a little bit in the 7 there.
bit of help.
Congratulating him. He's got enough fuel. Look at him. Look at him go.
Shades of William Byron.
And that's going to give 2nd place to Javier Zapata, 3rd place, Charles Irwin. Irwin, so unfortunate, was the truck to beat tonight, really, and got spun from the lead from the 24, the 2 best trucks tonight, and they got caught up in their own mistakes, and it's going to give the 5 this championship. A great run from Kevin Stanley Jr.
We're gonna have a little bit of a lengthier post-race show tonight because we're gonna get the race winner, 2nd and 3rd in as well, and then the additional 3 drivers that were in the championship race that didn't make the top 3. We're gonna get a word from the championship winner as well as the other 2 that just weren't able to get it done.
We want to grab Kevin first, get him in here first. Let's see.
We'll start with the championship winner. We'll get the race winner after that. We'll round out our podium, and then we'll go back to the other 2 championship contenders.
Fuck it, cut that.
Gavin, is Jonathan and Michael in the booth? You got a copy?
Yeah.
Hey, we were talking about...
Masterclass fuel saving, man.
Yeah.
Really big.
Shades of William Byron. I did just get done saying that to Michael here. learning from the best.
Once I saw I was about 3 laps short, I was like, half throttle down the straights, lifted halfway.
Yeah, I saw you. You were one of the only trucks that came down about lap 52. Everyone else 47. I knew you were really close when you did that, and I pointed it out like he's gonna be able to make it on fuel here. And then trapping those guys down was kind of the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, I was contemplating pitting. Then I saw I was ahead of Javier, and I was like, this guarantees me it.
Yeah.
I can make it.
Absolute just switch up of the shock of the season there. I mean, it looked like Zapata was just gonna run away, and it was gonna be really tight for you on fuel. And it was the timing of the caution, trapping them a lap down by you staying out and saving enough. And championship move. You know, I mean, that was the difference from, you know, back of the pack, or, I mean, you came home 4th on track, but, I mean, you bring home the championship, and that's what matters at the end of today.
And, you
So,
know,
yeah, I knew they was on the car, so I was like, once they get to me, wave them by.
yeah, right.
Smile and wave. Smile and wave.
Smile and wave.
Smile and
Let 'em
wave.
go.
Y'all go.
Oh, okay.
No.
He's
I'm getting penetrated.
You got a little lift in the rear, 96.
well, you know, I think
So different.
it all goes back to the lap 52 pit. I mean, it allowed you to. You were like the only truck to do it, and I mean, that's a really smart move. I thought a lot more people would
I
come
pitted
down.
with them, and I was like, we 9 short. And I was like, I maybe can save that. And then once that call came around, I was like,
Yeah,
I could save that.
I mean, it really looked like at first the 7 was the quickest, and then it kind of switched over to 24 being the quickest. And you were really struggling in the middle of the race, where you just really it looked like you were really tight.
I think I still had damage from where me and Javier hit.
Hmm.
A little loose, and then I guess being loose kind of killed the white point too, trying to correct it.
Well, it's definitely interesting playing out there at the end. I mean, Michael informed me, you know, you were the latest to pit. It was gonna be real tight, and then we saw that caution came out, and you hadn't came down yet. And the real shock was when we checked the leaderboard. Zapata and Irwin both trapped a lap down by that.
And I
And we
mean,
knew all it was going to take was it staying green. That if there was a yellow that brought either of them back to the lead lap, they were going to have the tires to get by you.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely, just super proud of, everything. I mean, it's been a great season. You've been great on track. We're definitely, you know, good job to you for getting all this way and then being able to put together some fuel saving like that. Definitely deserving.
Yes. Well, thank you.
Got any shout outs you want to give? Any last
Yeah, I wanna
celebratory
thank-
words?
The team, like always, I'm pretty sure we won the team championship too. No, we came in like 100 points ahead of Fatal, and then I think all of us finished on the lead lap, so I'm pretty sure we secured that too. Want to thank Hob, Dash, Jade, all them. Putting on good shows always. Will, I wish he was here because I know he's pretty fast here too. Yeah, that's
Unfortunately,
really
he
it.
was able to.
I want to thank that red switch in the car to kick that reserve on.
Well, there we go. Well, congratulations on the championship. I definitely look forward to seeing what these guys want to put together for next season and how that plays out for you going forward. But for now, you are the champion, good friend.
Woohoo!
yeah,
Only
congratulations,
if I
man.
could do donuts.
You
Crew,
got
one
some in
out.
there.
I need gas. One out.
You go ahead and don't celebrate too hard, and we'll see. Next time we're.
Oh, no road tomorrow, so no promises.
There you go.
My
No.
man, you have a good night.
So y'all too.
With our championship winner for WRL's Truck Season 1, Kevin Stanley. Then we're going to snag up our race winner.
And I think Kevin Stanley, kind of the underdog tonight, wasn't really the fastest all season. It was just kind of like, he was there, sometimes not there. And
He keep scoring enough points to make his way in and pulled off the move he needed to get the title. Then we grab Zach Panzarella. Zach, Jonathan, Michael in the booth. Got a copy?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man. You made the right moves there at the end. I saw the one lap. You jumped from like 5th on my standings to 2nd. And then you just had the tires to get past Matthew McDonald there in the last lap. You
yeah,
secured the race win. I believe you're 2nd of the season. So, didn't make it in time to be playoff eligible when you started racing with these guys, but you've put together some solid finishes when you've been here. You've put together them 2 wins, and tonight was no different. Just a really great race from you.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, the last time I was in this racing against this league, I think it was New Hampshire, and that was when I spun out from the lead with like 2 to go. So I really didn't want that to be like the end of my WRL season. When I saw this was a championship race today, I've never done that before. I've never come in part-time as in a championship race, so I wanted to challenge myself to make sure I could be respectful of all the guys eligible for a championship, but also see if I'd have a chance at the win. Definitely one of my favorite tracks, as Case of Beer. So yeah, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to race these guys one more time. And oh man, that last run was, I don't think it's close. I think it's like my favorite of my entire iRacing life. That was so much fun. I couldn't believe it. I was just trying to hold the bottom, not get into anybody, and then I look over at my race labs and I'm like, oh my god, I'm in 2nd place. I did not think that was going on because we were in the middle of a bunch of lap cars too. So that was nuts. Oh man, so stoked on that one. I've wanted to win at this racetrack for so damn long. From California, so since they keep tearing down all our racetracks, this is pretty much my home track now. So man, I've wanted this one for a long time.
yeah, we didn't catch it on the broadcast. We were watching the 5, taking a look at it now, slow-mo, and we see you are in 4th at this point, right behind the 5. So we'll watch this throughout your interview.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, that late caution couldn't have come at a worse time, right? Like we were all, I think all the top cars were pretty short on fuel, so I couldn't decide if I want to take a splash or I want to take 4. And once I realized that Javier was probably just a lot faster than me and I wasn't able to keep behind me on that set of tires, I decided to try to gamble, take 4, and it almost didn't work out.
It seemed like you were really quick in the beginning and kind of fell off in the middle. Did the track change, or were you just kind of feeling it out?
really just trying to figure it out. I mean, the beginning of that race, I was around the Champ 4 a lot, and I just really didn't want to be a part of their race, right? Like, or a meaningful part of their race. I didn't want to make contact with them. I
Yeah.
didn't want to even burn their stuff up if I could help it, right? So I was trying to just be as non-problematic as I could, and it's just such a weird thing. Like, I didn't feel like I was being, very timid out there or anything like that. But I think it showed in my results early in the race that I just wasn't putting it out there as much as I needed to. I needed to find a way to be more aggressive while still keeping everybody safe around me. And I think I kind of found that balance as the race went on. I also kind of discovered that the truck was really coming in for me around like lap 20, lap 25. I think more than anyone in the field, I had the really wrong long run speed. So I felt great about that. The whole time in the race, though, I was totally thinking like there's a couple things that are gonna have to go right for me to have a real chance at this thing.
Well, it looked like that happened. Finishing P1. Congratulations. You got any shout outs tonight?
Yeah, thank you guys so much. It means a ton. And yeah, I want to shout out this whole league. Really, really appreciate and privileged to have the opportunity to run here. It really does mean a lot to me. Tried to show up as much as I could with my schedule and all the things I have going on Tuesdays. But whenever I got to run in WRL, I had the best time. So happy I could end this season. I'll definitely be back next year, but end this season on a high note after how crushing that last one was. So that means a ton to me. Last week was a rough one in iRacing too. So I want to shout out my whole team, Case of Beer included. Miss you over there on Wednesdays, but want to just thank my whole team for sticking with me. Like I said, rough week last week, but it's awesome to bounce back like this. Shout out my sponsors, Daily Drivers Inc. We got a car show coming up September 28th. That's the paint scheme, the pink scheme out there. That's an 805 Vibes 4 over in Oxnard, California. So check that out, 805carshow.com. Shout out to you guys over in the broadcast booth. You guys do an amazing job. You've improved so much all season from an already great product. It's been awesome to see, and can't wait to watch this one back. I'm super stoked. Can't thank everyone enough that's part of this league. Watch us from home, and I mean, if there's any sponsors, anyone I'm forgetting, all my friends, family, means a ton. And of course, Daily Drivers Inc. Racing League will be racing there tomorrow over in Talladega. So if this league is doing any off seasons and you guys have your Wednesdays available, hit me or Case of Beer up. That is an awesome group of dudes, very similar to over here, and trucks as well. That's why I'm just having the best time of my life here. But thank you guys for a great season. Very honored and so stoked on this one.
Yeah, it was fun to watch you. Good job this season, and good job on the win. Kind of like a team driver in a way for us. Kind of in this league, but kind of biased. But good job and good win.
Hey, it's mutual. I'm biased for you guys too, and I'm calling you, so I get that. Appreciate you guys.
Race winner Zach Panzarella. Not seeing old McDonald. McDonald's up in his chat still. We can get him our P2 race finisher. Matt, Jonathan, and Michael in the booth. Got a copy?
You got me?
Yeah, we got you. Hey, P2 on the race there. Just looked like you didn't have the tire that held up with the pretty fresh ones of Panzarella. But, solid podium finish. Good way to end the season. You think there's anything different that you could have had that kept you in front of Zach to take the race win, or was it just all about them tires?
I think there's a couple of things. I think we actually got on that last caution while we were going around, we got quite a bit of back end damage from a truck that ran in the back of us. So we actually had fresh tires. The car was super loose, I think, from that damage. So I'm not sure there was. Zach was strong all night. I'm not sure really if we were going to be in an all out sprint that it was going to necessarily matter. He was stronger definitely in the short run than we were. We had a good long run truck. I knew that if we were going to run green for most of the race, we were going to always have a chance long run to kind of catch everybody up. And I think we'd shown that kind of in the first run, we'd managed it. And then the run before the caution, we did. And we actually managed to save enough fuel where I think we were going to be good to go for the rest of the race. But unfortunately, it didn't quite work out in that way. Still very happy with the second place, especially considering where we qualified and how everything kind of turned out. But yeah, no, congrats to Zach, congrats to Kevin, congrats to Jade. Jade finished third. It's a good podium for him as well. So no, overall happy with it. It was a fun race, eventful race. But yeah, looking forward to next season.
Yeah, I want to point out you were, I think, one of like one or two drivers, Kevin Stanley being one of them, who pit down on that lap 52 caution. Turned out to be pretty pivotal, able to save I think you guys were really close to making it from there. Everyone else came down to lap 47, just a little bit short. Were you able to make it to the end from that lap 52 caution, or were you still a little bit short?
Yeah, no, we had just kind of hit the green
Mhm.
a lap before that caution to tell us that we were pretty much good to go. So we were still probably having to save. We're still gonna have to kind of throttle off a little bit, but
Yeah, but you wouldn't
yeah,
have had to make
that was
that pit
again.
stop.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was the reason for the caution at lap 50, whatever it was.
Yep.
So, but I came back in to just to top off because I was kind of like, well, we were close in the window to being able to make it, and I know it's a track where you can be off the throttle for a long time in the corners. So I figured we were gonna have a shot at being able to be pretty quick, but also save a little bit of fuel for the for it. And so it just kind of worked out, and we took that risk because, in all honesty, we didn't really have much for Charlie Irwin or Zach. Those guys both were pretty quick all night. Even Javier was pretty quick too. So I think we tried something different, and I think it was gonna work. But unfortunately, that caution came out, and then we then Zach made his way through, which was pretty cool to see at the end there.
So, ending the season on a strong P2. We've seen solid improvement from everybody, including yourself, throughout the entire season. Do you plan to be back racing with these guys with whatever they're doing for the next season?
Yeah, I hope I can make that work. I know I got a couple other leagues that are still running and that they might wrap up as well, but I always hope to run with these guys. And yeah, again, as long as I have fun, I'm happy to come back and keep racing. So no, I hope to be back. We got to figure out what that looks like from when the season starts and what's going on. So, but yeah, and thank you to you guys again for broadcasting. It's always fun to go back and watch. I'm excited to go back and watch this race. Um, but yeah, it's been a good season. Quite enjoy the iRacing platform, and so just looking forward to getting better.
Absolutely. Well, again, congrats on the P2, and go ahead and drop the shout outs if you got them.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give this one to both my teammates, Dash and Turf. Again, it's fun to show up every Tuesday night, and I think it's now been a couple of years of us when we show up and then we have our group chat, and usually we have a good time and a lot of fun. So again, it always adds, even when you have a bad race. It's nice when the idea of like you're in a good group chat and you're chatting away. So no, again, thanks to them, and again, shout out to you guys. It's a lot of work to do this on your end, and again, appreciate it. Appreciate going back and watching it. It just adds that little element to it that makes it so much fun too when you know it's being streamed.
Absolutely. Well, you go ahead and have yourself a great night, and we'll see what's going on for next season.
Sounds good. Thanks, you guys too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was our P2 finisher, Matt McDonald. You got P3. We got Jade, Jonathan, Michael, and Booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, seemed like
Hey.
leading the last place spot for a lot of this race. Want to guide us how you got up and finished third?
I pulled some Kansas magic out and started saving fuel towards the end there, and that caution before the last, I was gonna come down and serve my black flag, but race control cleared it because I didn't gain anything. So they were like, it's fine, whatever. And I was like, all right, well, I might as well get fuel in the tires while I'm down here. And then I was talking to Hav and talking him through talking pit strategy with him. And when he had said, oh, yeah, we got, 30, I think it was like 34 laps at the time. And I was like, I have 30 laps of fuel in this thing. I said, I can actually try to save this. I'm like, all right, Then I started, coasting. Then we started getting closer to the end there, and that last caution came out, and I was so upset for Hav because it put him and Charlie a lap down, and I wanted to see them battle it out between the three of them for it. But yeah, a little fuel saving.
Yeah, rounding out the season, just seeing the progression that's come. I know you're a big part of the admin team. This is Will's night, I think, right? He kind of runs this, but
Yep.
you're a big part of the admin team, so you've got to be proud as well of just how far everything's came with all these drivers and the racecraft. I mean, I know there's still incidents here and there. There's some chirping at each other. You gotta kind of play judge and tone it down a little bit. But I mean, overall, from when I started broadcasting your guys' week 2 at Atlanta to now, I mean, things have came a long way. So, I mean, that's got to be something to feel good about going into next season.
Oh, I 100% agree with. It's these guys, they've really come a long way, and there's gonna be rivalries. There's gonna be people chirping at each other. It's just it's just the nature of the beast.
It's racing, you know.
We're all my favorite. You know, if you guys didn't know, I'm a big Kurt Busch guy. Love Kurt Busch. Followed him since I was a kid. Since he took over the 2 car. My mom, before she passed away, she was a big Rusty Wallace fan, and Kurt drove the 2, and I just followed him since then. Whenever he won the Daytona 500 in 2017, it's like my favorite line of everything. He's apologizing to a Tony Gibson after he got squeezed into the wall, and he says, "Sorry guys, I got all excited." Then Tony goes, "It's all good, man. We're all passionate about this stuff, man." And that line just kind of stuck with me. If you're ever in like my race party, I say that all the time. Guys, or if I'm talking with somebody after the race, about a penalty or whatever, I always say it's all good, man. We're all passionate about this stuff. So, but these guys, like I said, they've come a long way, and really proud of them. I'm excited to see what the next step is for the league, and what Will's vision is. And Dash, he wants to start his late model stuff, and I'm excited to see what that produces for us. These guys, like Tony, Will, Keith, Dash, Kevin. Well, not Kevin. Well, Kevin, but he hasn't. He's not like the core group that's been with me since like day one, and it's really cool to see all the new guys that come in and see how they slowly find their piece in with us, and it's just it's really cool. It's really cool as a league owner to sit back and watch these guys, and I don't know, to see everybody grow up.
Yeah, no,
It's kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we had about 20 guys every week before the playoffs, and the playoffs started, and then we had this really, really good core group of about 10, 11, 12, maybe 13 drivers, if you count Will Moore and Camerata, that would show up week in and week out, put on some great racing. I mean, this core group you guys got you can't get it any better. I mean, you're going to have cautions, whatever, Martinsville, but everything other than that, I mean, has been so good, so fun to watch. I mean, even tonight at a track like this, I mean, everyone was so respectful in the dog leg, and all the cautions just, I mean, only a couple cautions here. I mean, this is just a great group. I'm sure Case Beer would say the same. We love this place. It's so cool to see these drivers go week in and week out. Just so much respect around here.
Yeah, that's something that I said even back down on the console days. We wanted. I said I don't. Pardon my French here, but I said I don't give a damn if I got. I don't give a damn if I have 4 people as long as they're respectful every week. I said I'll run a race with 4 people. I don't care. So, but these guys, like I said, it's come a long way, and hopefully we keep building towards the future.
Absolutely. Well, I'll give you this time. I would get Will to do it since it's mainly his night, but we'll get you to give your shout outs and then kind of just a season ending little message if you want to slip it in there. Go ahead, floor is yours.
Well, before I say that, I was joking with Kevin. I was like, I had to find the waiting room because I haven't been here all season. It's only my second time. I was like, where the hell is it? Anyway, so for my team personally, Javier, Tony, they've really this season we really took a step forward as a team. The last 2 years, Fatal has really fallen behind on the 8 ball. We've really haven't been a 5-star team in the league, And this season, Javier, multiple wins. Tony, so close. So close so many times.
Yeah, if we got into the
And
season real quick, with the speed Tony had, I thought he'd have at least one win here. Just a shout out to him. He's just so consistent at running like third.
he is. Tony is so. Fatal is such an interesting team. Okay. Because if you expand to our endurance program, we have the Aresmore guys come in with Keith and Will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we added Haas. Okay, then we have Tony. Then we have Kevin. Okay, that's a mix. That is a mix of dudes. So, our endurance chat is very interesting, and it's so cool to have I don't know, man. Tony, I've known Tony probably the longest out of everybody. And dude, Tony's always been my right hand. And there was a time when he went off, did his own little thing for a little bit, but I think it was this season. No, last season. I think I said to him, I told him I think it's time to come home. And he's come home, and it's he won the IndyCar championship. He it's I feel for him. He was so heartbroken last few weeks. So, but all right, league endings here because I'll sit here and ramble on for the next hour. So, like I said before the race, these guys, and I've said tonight, these guys have really come such a long way in a short amount of time, and it feels like yesterday. I'm happy the season's done because I definitely need a break. But the boys, it's I always said that I wanted to create a place where everyone could come in, regardless of skill, and forget about life's worries and just enjoy the camaraderie of getting together every week and enjoying, spending time, battling it out. Sure, we're going to be angry at each other. I know there's a few weeks Bill and I were at each other's throats because, dumb things that have happened. But, these guys, I enjoy getting on and seeing everybody every week and talking with everyone. And guys like Marty who come out and, he's, light. Sometimes he can be lights out. Jonathan, the Cofields, they were, a wonderful addition this season. Hopefully we get to have them back next season. Panzarella, he was a good dude. Miedo, I think is how you say his last name, Austin 16. I talked to him a little bit throughout the season. He was really cool to talk to. You guys, it's even when Jeffrey Smith and I got together a few times, he and I were at each other's throats, but we always laugh it off. It's cool, and these guys. I want to thank you guys on the Fatal side of things. I want to thank our sponsors, Castleberry Safety Consulting, the Revved Up Podcast, Rogers Racing Engines. These, they sponsor my in real life car too, so it's pretty cool to transfer them onto iRacing and see them on different cars. But these guys, man, I definitely enjoy this. There's been times where I wanted to give up the league, and just because I got tired of, playing babysitter to a bunch of grown men because we get all upset about dumb things. We can't talk it out like adults sometimes. But, we're all passionate about it. So it's, just one of those things. Oh, man. I don't even know. I'm just, congrats, Kevin, winning the championship. It was deserved. He put himself in the right position. Dash, getting his race win his first win on iRacing this season. I remember when he first started with the league, and it was only Gran Turismo, and he was his team was a alliance team of mine. It was pretty cool to see him now flourishing and see his team flourishing. If I'm thinking correctly, I think let me pull up the team points Not that I think they're accurate, but I don't think that I made enough. I don't think Fatal made enough headway on uh, Stanley Motorsports to win the constructors title.
I think
But
Stanley was very much of the opinion that he had pulled away by a lot.
I think so because he was running 4 cars there at the end of the season where we were only running 3. So yeah, it's a 100-point gap from Fatal to Stanley. So congrats on Kevin to win the constructor title. It's not a constructor title is not easy.
Yeah.
It is not easy to win. You got to have guys that show up consistently, guys that are, especially, with the Cofields being lights out
Yeah.
with Jonathan. Like, it's really tough to win at constructors, and I've won, Fatal's won a lot of them, but it's really rough, and especially when there's not a big field every week. And you got, the same 4 guys racing the same 4 guys racing the same 4 guys. You know what I mean? So it's tough on that. Congrats to Kevin on that too. It's a big night for Stanley Motorsports. So it's just a big night for the league in general, and also Will. Prayers go out to him that he heals quickly. He's at but. Yeah, that's all I got to say. Cause like I said, I'll ramble for the next hour. So
I'm cutting you off. That's it.
Yeah,
Exactly,
you gotta cut me
off.
off, like the old cartoon with the cane. You gotta pull me off stage,
Uh,
Cause I'll sit here and reminisce, man. The league's been around for a long time, and when I'm the 6th owner of it or whatever, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see.
Well, we'll send you away with a congratulations on making it up to the podium, last race of the season. We'll see what we got going on for next season, but until then, I'll let you go. You go have a good night.
All right, thanks, boys. I hope that we get to bring you back next season. I enjoyed talking with you guys and BSing all the time. So, all right, boys, later. Peace out.
we'll see you.
See ya.
P3 finisher Jade Burr, and it looks like the only one we still wanted to talk to. There were 2 more. The only
Charles
one
Irwin.
still hanging around is Charles Irwin. Looks like Zapata was a little, heartbroken. Not to blame him. I would be too if what looked like in the bag championship slipped out of the bag, found a hole at the bottom, and just fell out somewhere in the street. But we let Charles Irwin. He was a part of fighting for the championship. He brought out a yellow flag, ended up wrecking a little bit there at the end, and lost his chances. But we'll get his word in here.
Oh, there we go.
Charles, Jonathan, and Michael in the booth. Got a copy?
What's up, boys?
Hey, tough day. We saw you out front early. I think probably the fastest, at least in the beginning, and got caught up in some stuff. And then 24 getting into your left rear there kind of set you back in the field. You never recovered. A tough day. Finishing 3rd in points for the season. Want to walk us through your day?
Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. So we started off, didn't feel great. The truck just wasn't really turned in the center. So I started braking a little different. And then it was fast. I was up there. If we went green the entire way, I'm pretty sure I would have had it.
Yeah, you got the field a lot there at one point.
Yeah, I think it was, and the tires weren't really screaming at me that much. But yeah, and then we got that caution, and then I got punted. But Javi has apologized to me, so I have given him the benefit of the doubt. And of course, he owned up to it that it was a mistake. We both agreed it didn't really end up mattering in the end because I spun out on my own on 2 tires. Yeah, that was kind of where it started, just spiraling down for me. Kevin was going to make it anyway, So didn't really matter if I spun out or not. But yeah, it just wasn't at the very end. I don't think I got, you know, what I think I really deserved, and the truck was great, and I was fast. I think I would have had it if it had stayed green. So, but it just didn't go like that. So I just I had to take third place, and third place is third place for first season. So,
Yeah, really strong season out of you. We saw you up front quite a bit through almost every week, every type of track. I mean, you're making your push, whether it ended good or not. I mean, you showed speed all season, so um, definitely not a bad first season with these guys to look at. Just got to roll into next season and keep that strength going, and you'll be in the same position again.
yes, sir.
You got any shout outs you want to throw out? Any sponsors? Well, go ahead and do that now.
I'd just like to shout out, of course, my teammates, like I do every single time I get an interview, Matt McDonald and Ryan O'Toole. Just practicing with them, and just having a good time during races, and Matt making the paint schemes and stuff. It's been a fun year with those two. Can't wait till I get to get back in the same race with them coming up here pretty soon. Other than that, Jade for putting this whole thing on, Will as well, even though he was unable to make it tonight. I hope his back feels better. But Jade and Will for really making this grow. They had a good first season, so shout out to them as well.
Absolutely. Well, congrats on the run you made this season. I know it fell a little bit short, but nothing to be too upset about. We'll see what goes on for next season, and we'll roll with it. I want you to go ahead and have a good night and have a good off season.
Thanks, you guys too. Hope to see you back up in the booth here pretty soon. Have a good night, guys.
See ya. Looks like Zapata is back if we want to grab him quick.
So we got Zapata. He finished ahead of Irwin, didn't he? He was second in the final.
Yes.
All right. Javier, Jonathan, Michael in the booth. Got a copy?
Maybe that's a no.
It might be a no. Javier, are you there? Give him a second. He could have been listening to us interviewing Irwin there. I noticed he popped into chat after we talked about him not being here. In the meantime, why don't you just run through the finishing order of the race real quick before we get this last one in?
Yeah. Do that real quick. Let's pull those up. Race results.
Hello.
Oh, there he is. There
you go,
he
we
is.
got him.
All right, I can hear you guys.
Hey, fell a little bit short, unfortunately. I mean, you had a really strong truck throughout most of the race there. I mean, once I finally got, in my place and watching, I mean, you were up there just kind of pacing along with Panzarella. The other guys were kind of struggling a little bit. And then, pit stop started, and then just the timing of the caution trapped you a lap down. I mean, it's a unfortunate way to end, but not a bad season from you. I mean, you were dominant all season. You had your wins and your top of points. Definitely was my championship favorite going into it. But in my opinion, nothing too shabby on the season, and we definitely think you've got what it takes. Just gotta take the cards you were dealt, and they weren't the greatest. So just go ahead and walk us through your day a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta say, I mean, 10 minutes from losing that championship, I was pretty bummed. But like you said, it's been a great season. It's a great group of guys to race with. Couldn't be happier. I mean, second place, my first season. That's pretty much much more than I expected to do over the season. So that's good. Congrats to Kevin. I mean, he played it smart there. He was not the fastest today, but you know, he saved fuel. He pitted at the right time. Caution fell there at the right time. Racing.
Out a little bit there. Is he?
Yeah, you cutting out for me too.
Yeah, Javier, you're not coming through anymore.
All right, can you hear me now?
There we go.
All right. It's kind of the nature of this final race is, it was a crazy race, and I'm not sure how much you heard, but it was good racing there with Charles too. And so we had that contact. He and I kind of spoke about that, but it wasn't intentional. But yeah, it didn't end up mattering a lot because, you know, the cautions fell where they may. And a tough one to swallow, but, you know, happy with second place first season and fun season overall. Can't wait to do it next year.
Absolutely. Well, any shout outs that you got to end off the season?
Man, shout out to my team. I mean, especially to Jade. Jade has been, you know, guiding me along this league thing, and always, you know, keep in mind of you know, how we're doing and whatnot. So he makes it easy to do this, and you know, hopefully Will also shout out to him. Hopefully he's doing, you know, a little bit better and he gets better soon. And again, to you guys, I mean, it's been fun hearing the races afterwards. This next one I'm gonna hear, I'm not gonna be smiling a lot, but you know, again, it's been a fun race, a fun season overall. So couldn't be happier with seconding. So all good.
Absolutely. Well, you go have yourself a good night, and we'll see. You know what works out for next season with, you know, with everything they want to do. See if they're continuing the truck route. I heard slight talk of maybe not being trucks. Who knows what they're gonna want to do? But yeah.
As long
I
as
mean,
it
good
has
thing-
4 wheels, we're racing, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, you know, good night from you. Great season from you. Didn't end the exact way you wanted, but nothing to be too upset about. Again, I just want you to have a good night, have a good off season, and yeah, don't drive too much elsewhere.
Yeah, you too, guys. Looking forward to the next one. Take care.
Well, that's gonna bring this season to an end. Kind of sad. It was a lot of fun. This
Yeah, I mean we kind of jumped on a whim. I saw, I think it was Will's post on Facebook looking for a broadcaster, and we just kind of asked you, like, why not? You know,
yeah,
why not
we've
give them?
never done it before. Decided, hey, why not? Why not? And here we are. We missed the first one. I missed the second one. So I'm 21 races in. You're 22 races in. And I mean, we've definitely got a lot better. I mean, it's just been so fun learning this whole side of things, the broadcast side of things. Definitely a lot harder, but once you get to know what you're doing, I mean, we hop right in and just go now.
Yeah, definitely appreciate these guys taking the chance on us. You know, told them we'd never done it, but you know, we'd be willing to, and you know, they've been super helpful with providing the information that we needed. You know, like the driver names. I know their Discord didn't require their name to be there so that we could pull up the right guys into the booth, but they went out and they're like, "Hey guys, you know, help them out, make it your name so we know." The points updates, you know, keeping the points up. I know we haven't had the greatest graphics for it the last few weeks since the playoffs started, but just everything they've provided us to help us do better for them. It's a team effort, and I've had a lot of fun. I mean, I've been on iRacing for 2-ish years now, and I'd watched plenty of broadcasts and always thought it'd be fun, and it definitely was.
Yeah, I mean, we had no idea what we were doing. I keep saying it, but we literally, I mean, you texted me, I think like a week after you actually did the first one you did and said, "Hey, you want to broadcast?" And I was like, "Sure."
Yeah, definitely definitely glad we took it on. I mean, we've met some great people here in this league. I mean, some cool guys. Um, a whole new experience for us, and I know we've got, we've branched into um getting a couple races done for another group of guys, and that's opened up another opportunity that me and you are yet to discuss, and we'll figure that one out. But it's just kind of they've kickstarted us, and we're gonna take it, roll with it, and see what comes of it.
Yeah, I mean, I said it in their little Discord. I mean, we're so grateful for these guys giving us a chance. Gotta shout out Jade and everyone who puts the lead together for giving us the chance. I know they really enjoy the broadcast now, and it's kind of like a mutual enjoyment. They like what we do. We love their league, and I mean, it's just been so much fun. It's as simple as that.
I couldn't say, I can't say anything more other than repeating exactly what I've been saying in different words. That it's been a blast, and we'll see if we're coming back, how that works out with these guys. We'll have to, just see how it goes, and we'll roll with it. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and pull up the final race results of the season, and start sending us away.
There we go. You've got in first Zach Panzarella, our winner. Second, Matt McDonald. Third, Jade Feathers. Fourth, Kevin Stanley Jr., our championship winner. Fifth, Nicholas Lamb. And sixth, Jeremiah Holt. Do you have it?
I do not have it. I was hoping.
All right.
Here we go. I got it.
Oh.
Seventh, Jeffrey Smith, Javier Zapata, second place championship finisher in 8th. Keith Ayers, Charles Irwin, third place championship finisher in 10th. Ryan O'Toole in 11th. Then your name managed to slip onto the list there at the bottom.
Yeah, I accidentally joined as a driver.
We'll let that one say Will Moore.
Yeah, Will Moore.
Didn't get to make the race. Some back issues, some physical issues, unable to be in the rig. But wish him a speedy recovery for whatever has caused his pain. Hope it doesn't get too severe or last too long, and we'll hope to see him back next season, whether we are here or not. And yeah, that rounds out the field for the championship race from Phoenix for the Worldwide Racing League. Unless you got anything more to add, I think we're ready to send away for the final time for the season.
I think that's it.
Well, alrighty. Once again, we'd like to thank the whole Worldwide Racing League for bringing us on to do this. And for watching at home, friends and family of drivers. The drivers coming back to watch post-race. They're going to, we heard a couple of them say they're going to watch it back. Thanks to all of them. This has been MC Motorsports Broadcasting. I'm Jonathan Casefer. That's Michael Matta. And we'll see where the future takes us and where the wind blows and what we'll be doing next. Have a good night.